Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my video. All right, so this video we're gonna be talking about a no crank, no start issue, but you don't have any power at all. And chances are, if you're watching this video, it's probably not the battery because you probably swapped out the battery or you jumped it and you're still getting like zero power, meaning nothing turns on. It's as if the battery was taken off the vehicle, and but you have a brand new battery in there, or you try to jump it and you get absolutely no power at all to your vehicle. No power, zero power, nothing. All right, I'm sure this is a concerning issue for you guys. You guys are in this situation because you guys don't know too much about cars. It seems to be a very, very serious issue when you have no power. All right, so we're gonna go down the list of things that could cause this problem. All right, first and foremost, if you have this issue, it's 100% electrical. It's not mechanical. It's not your engine, it's not your transmission, any of that stuff. You guys have a nuance for, you guys don't know too much about cars, and you guys, you know, obviously if you guys are in this situation, your head's going to be going through like a whole bunch of what could be causing this, and it's, don't go in that direction. It's electrical, all right? 99% of the time, if you guys have this issue, it's probably like not a big, it's not the biggest issue in the world. It's not the biggest issue in the world, but if you take it to a shop, you get ripped off because they'll tell you all this junk about how this is a problem, this is a problem, it's a problem, and it'll cost you thousands and stuff like that. Trust me, they do that. But in this video, I'll tell you what could be causing your problem. So basically, you have this issue where you have a battery in the car. You probably maybe test out the battery and the battery reads 12.6, or it's good. The battery's been tested out. Somebody tested it out for you. It's good. You got a jump. You got nothing. It's flatlined. There's no power in the car whatsoever with the jump, with the battery. Probably went out and got a brand new battery, popped it in, and still have that situation where you have no power whatsoever. All right, so this can happen in any vehicle, any manufacturer, etc., etc. First thing you guys want to do in this situation is, first thing you guys want to do in this situation is you guys want to make sure that the battery terminals are clean. The connectors, the positive, negative line connectors are clean. It's tight, and there's no debris. It's not loose. The wires that connect to the connectors itself are not loose. That's what you guys want to do first. All right, you guys in this situation, you guys want to wiggle the lines and see if you guys get any kind of power at all to the vehicle. All right, that's the first thing you guys want to do. Second thing you guys want to do is you guys want to check the negative line. All right, in this situation, and it's not just, don't just check the main negative line from the battery to the frame, which is the ground wire. All right, for the circuit to complete, the ground wire needs the negative cable to the battery needs to be firmly connected to the ground, to the frame of the vehicle. All right, you want to do that check also. All right, make sure that that ground wire is not disconnected. Make sure that that ground wire is not, because over time it could be frayed, and I've seen situations where the rats would just gnaw through wires, and one of those wires could be the negative wires they gnaw through. All right, you want to make sure that that's not disconnected, that it's 100% connected to the frame, that there's no rust or anything obstruting any kind of contact between the wire itself, the connector itself, and the frame of your car. All right, that's the second thing you're going to do. You're going to make that check. Third thing you're going to do is you're going to try to figure out whether there's any other grounds that could be that's disconnected. Now, normally in this situation where you get no power whatsoever, normally it's the main ground that's causing that issue. If it's the main ground that's disconnected, has issues. As far as ground wire is concerned, if it's another ground wire that's not you know, that's not the main ground wires. Sometimes you get power, but you'll have a no crank, no start situation. Sometimes you have a crank, no start situation, etc., etc. But in this situation, I'm going to tell you guys, if you guys are looking for a culprit, as far as the ground wire is concerned, 99% of the time in this situation is probably the main ground wire. It's probably not any of the other little ground wires that's in your car, under the hood or wherever, around the frame of your vehicle. All right. So that's what the third reason, that the third things you guys check for. The fourth check, all right, the fourth check in a lot of vehicles, not all of them, in a lot of, but in recent years, most cars actually have a what's called a fusible link. That fusible link is essentially on the positive line. It's the positive line connector. It's like how do I explain it? Because it's different in all vehicles, but apparently they're putting the fuses, even the battery module, on the positive line of the battery itself. All right. I know Nissan's has a fusible link that's on the positive wire itself. So you guys want to look at the positive wire. The positive wire is not just a connector that connects to the positive terminal. The connector itself has, you guys look at the connector, it has fuses. You guys have like this little windows with fuses in it, or it's got like one big fuse. You want to make sure that none of those are blown. All right, and the way you guys could do that is you guys could look in the little plastic windows to see whether there's a disconnect in the fuse, and you guys could actually get a fuse tester if you guys are good with that sort of thing, to test out the fuse on there. Okay, so that's the fourth thing you guys could check. Okay, the fifth thing, all right, is the main fuse that's in the fuse box. Now, not all vehicles have a main fuse that's in the fuse box. I think most vehicles do, but not all vehicles have a main fuse that's in the fuse box. Some of the main fuses are actually on the fusible link itself, that's on the positive line that I just described right now. But if you have Hondas, Acuras, and a host of other cars, they have on the fuse box itself, there is a main fuse that connects the fuse box. All the fuses in the fuse box connects that to the battery of the vehicle. All right, if that gets blown, which is the main fuse, if that gets blown, you have no electricity going to the fuse box. You have no electricity going to any of the components of the vehicle, the ECU, none of that stuff. All right. So if you guys, I've seen this on Hondas, on Acuras, where the fuse gets blown and you get absolutely no power whatsoever. It's like a $10 fix. Just go. If that's the problem, you can test it out pretty easily with a fuse tester. You could do a couple of things with it. You could use, I've described this before, you could actually use a screwdriver to try to connect 2 points. But if you're not good with that sort of thing, probably shouldn't try it. But if you're good, if you're semi good with electrical with your electrical ability, but you gotta look that up. But yeah, that's like a really a main that's a main issue as far as no power to the car, as far as Hondas and Acuras and a host of other cars concerned. It's the main fuse. You gotta check to see whether there is a main fuse for your fuse box. Aside from that, to be honest with you, and aside from that, that pretty much rounds out all the things that you guys should look for as far as getting absolutely no power in your vehicle when you actually have a good battery or a jump. That's that would cause that situation, besides all the things that I've listed. Anyway, you guys resolve those situations and it's an easy fix, car gets going. It's not really the hardest thing to diagnose. It's not really the hardest thing to fix, to be honest with you. It's really not expensive either. You could actually do it yourself. You're actually good at this. But in any case, let me just stop yapping. You'll definitely leave a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up. All that good stuff, right, guys? Take care.